By the time I realized something was wrong, I had already forgotten who I told. It started with a migraine, deep pulsing and strangely rhythmic, like a drumbeat on the inside of my skull. I chalked it up to stress or maybe dehydration, but it wasn't the pain that frightened me. It was the images that came with it. A girl I'd never met, dressed in tattered yellow robes, stood in my dreams. She wept into her hands, her jaw unhinged too wide for a human face. Her voice sounded like my mother's, but mangled, echoed through a tunnel. Dig or be buried. They are not your thoughts anymore. When I woke, I couldn't remember my phone passcode. I forgot the route to work. I couldn't recall the name of my sister, only the feeling that I had one. I told myself I was tired, that I was imagining things. Then came the sound. At first, I thought my ears were ringing, but it was a wet clicking, like a beetle crawling through my skull, tapping on nerves as if knocking on doors. The doctors found nothing. CT scans, blood work, clean. But I knew. I remembered something I shouldn't. A text from an old cryptid forum, a post I'd bookmarked years ago and forgotten. One sentence burned itself into my mind like static over a dying radio. The mind burrower doesn't eat your thoughts. It replaces them. That night, I dug into old USB drives, desperate to find the file. Buried in a corrupted folder titled /pale_womb, I found a name repeated dozens of times. Project Kairos, Neurological Memory Harvest /Type 0 Parasite, MB-IEI. There were video logs, shaky green-tinted footage of researchers carving open skulls. Their voices were distorted, but one phrase returned over and over. Still conscious, host retains emotional mimicry, true self no longer present. I vomited because I remembered the smell. I'd never been there, never met these people, but I remembered the smell of the blood, the texture of the brain, the sound it made when the parasite uncoiled. And I remembered the girl in the yellow robes, and I remembered her scream. And then I remembered yours. But you were never there, were you?